Howdy friends, welcome to this upper body release yoga class. This is a great class for all levels. It's going to be pretty chill, but we're going to get into the shoulders, the neck, the upper back, a little bit of the hips because the body is all connected. So if you're typing a lot or driving a lot, or you just have posture like the hunchback of Notre Dame like I do, we're gonna go ahead and reverse that so we can feel invigorated and open and release any of that tightness in our upper body. If you've practiced with me before, then welcome back. Awesome to practice with you again. If you're new here, then hi, I'm Kate. I'm so excited to move through this class. I am positive at the end you will feel better than you do in this very moment, both in your body and your mind. Let's go ahead and take a big breath in and release it out the mouth. Let's get started. All right, friends, we are going to start very chill at the back of our mat in child's pose. So bring the knees wide, big toes come to touch, and fold forward, arms overhead. Make yourself comfortable here. Make any adjustments. Maybe you close the eyes down. Walk your hands a little bit more forward and reach your hips back down onto your heels a little more, already lengthening through the spine, feeling a bit of a stretch through the spine and the shoulders. And check in with your breath. Soften the face. And start to lengthen your inhales and exhales without trying too hard, without forcing. Oftentimes it's the forcing and the gripping and stress that can add to tension in the upper body. So we're not going to force today. We're just going to release. One last breath here. Beautiful. Then take your right hand, weave it under your left arm. So it's a child's pose twist. The right shoulder comes onto the ground. Maybe your head rests on the ground. And relax here, getting a beautiful stretch through the right shoulder. To intensify, you can come onto the fingertips of the left hand and get into that left shoulder as well. Remember to sink your hips back down towards your heels. And again, no forcing, just give yourself these next few moments and poses to release all the tension that accumulates in your upper body. So just let yourself be. And come back to center. Maybe finding a little bit of a deeper expression here. Maybe your chest comes a little closer to the ground now. And we'll switch it out. Left hand comes under your right arm. Can you soften your left shoulder onto the mat? Can you soften your forehead? Gentle check-in, being really intentional with where our energy is at. Two more full rounds of breath here. And come back to center. Really reach your hands forward. Come up to your fingertips. Maybe you even look towards your fingertips. And then walk your hands back towards your body. Your knees close. Bring your legs together. You can stay here or you can take toes pose. This is great for your feet. Try it. I like to move my pinky toe out of the way. That way I'm getting all 10 toes. If this is a lot, you don't have to do this, but it's great for your foot health. Inhale both arms up. Look up, reach up, get long through the spine. And with your exhale, pull the elbows back and down, rain down your arms, chest is forward, elbows back. Feel the little clicks and ticks of your shoulder blades down your spine. 3 more times, inhale, look up, reach up. And exhale, cactus your arms back nice and slow like you're moving through honey. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale through cactus. Last time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale through cactus. This one is different. When you get to the very bottom, clasp your hands or your elbows behind your back. Chase the floor with your hands or your elbows so you're bringing your hands up towards the sky. Maybe you even have the space to drop your hands to the floor and press your heart center skyward. You can always drop your head back. For 3, for 2, for 1. Come up, release. Your hands clasp. If you're in toes pose, go ahead and lean forward. Untuck your toes, pat them out a bit. Bring a little circulation back. And walk your knees towards the back of your mat. We'll find puppy pose variation. So knees at a 90-degree angle, hips over your knees. Walk your hands forward. Now before you just move right into puppy, a couple different variations. You can have your hands as wide as the mat. That's going to make this more accessible. You can have your knees wide. That's going to make this more accessible. Play with your placement. That's totally up to you. We'll take some cat-cows here. So inhale, look up, ribs drip towards the mat, hip bones rise and spread apart. Exhale, round, chin to chest, eyes at the navel, navel towards spine. Inhale, look up, hip bones rise. This doesn't have as much space in a normal cat-cow. You're a little bit more limited. That's fine. Play with it. Exhale, round, eyes towards navel, navel towards spine. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, see if you can shorten the space between your shoulders and your hip bones, bringing them closer together. And on your exhale, as you round, try to touch your knees to your hip bones or your nose to your hip bones, stretching through the shoulders. And release. And find your puppy pose. Option to use a block here to intensify. I brought my yoga wheel today. I'm just going to place my hands on the yoga wheel. You can place your hands on the block and find a little bit more leverage. We'll take 10 big, nourishing breaths here. The more intense this is, the deeper you will want your breath to be. Option to find pulses or a gentle sway moving into your shoulders, finding some motion with your spine, perhaps. Beautiful. Start to walk your hands off your block or your yoga wheel, or just place them on the mat. Tuck your toes, send your hips back, 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 and start to straighten your leg to any degree. Find your downward facing dog. Press into the hands a lot. Point your fingers facing forward. And bend your legs until you can get a nice straight line between your wrist and your tailbone. So these knees can be bent quite a bit. And you can pedal it out. Find your comfort here. Create space. And then step your right foot forward in between your hands. The back knee drops down, untuck the back toe. We're gonna get into the hips, which is connected to the back. I'll talk more about it. Inhale both arms up, look up towards the sky, or you can also press your thigh and lift your chest. Deep breaths here. Oftentimes, if your hips are tight, you'll feel a tight lower back. If you have a tight lower back, your upper back will be tight. It affects your shoulders, it affects your neck. If you have upper back pain, neck pain, not only these poses, but also hip openers help. Go ahead and stay here if you want, or shorten your stance. Your knee will go over your ankle here. I'll speak more to that. And we'll take our left arm bent. And go ahead and bring your right arm to help deepen that stretch. This shortened lunge is great. You may have heard the old trope of always stack your knee over your ankle, and in weight-bearing poses, that's correct. Think of like warrior poses. But with these passive stretches, it is strengthening for your knee to put a little bit of stress. Think of this as like a little mini weight training session for your knee. In fact, there's a word for beneficial stretch. It's called eustress. It's like going to the gym, strength training. You break down the muscle a little bit, it builds back up stronger. Go ahead and change out the arms. The added benefit here is you also get ankle mobility. 3 breaths. Try to see if you can get your elbow up towards the sky. Then release your hands. Take your lunge wide now. So put your ankle in front of your knee. Clasp your hands behind your neck. Open up your elbows super wide and look up towards the sky. Ooh, you should feel that in your left hip, the front of your left hip. Breathe. Beautiful. Release your hands to the mat. Send your hips back for a moment. Little half splits, nothing too fancy. Then rebend. Place the hands on the mat. Step into your downward dog. Step your left foot up between your hands. The back knee drops. Untuck the back toe. This time stack your knee over your ankle as you inhale your arms up. Look up. Let your hips be heavy. Square off both hip bones towards the front of the mat. Then bend your right arm. Use your left arm to deepen the stretch. And go ahead and shorten your stance if you can. So your knee is over your ankle. Just drag that front foot back. Only bring it back to a point where your heel can still touch the floor. That's going to give you that stability and that calf stretch. Switch the arms out. See if you can point your elbow up towards the sky. Release the hands, reach them straight up, or come to the mat and lengthen your stance. So your foot is wider, your knee is back behind your ankle now. Clasp both hands behind your neck, open through the elbows, look up towards the sky. Raise your heart towards the sky. Feel that opening in the right hip for 3. For 2. For 1. Release the hands, shift the hips back in space, straighten through the front leg, half splits, just 1 breath here. Beautiful. Rebend the front leg, press into the hands, step the left leg back, downward dog, 1 breath. On your next exhale, roll forward into a plank and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 onto the mat. A little strength is great. Bring your right hand straight out from your arm, straight out from your shoulder, and roll onto your right side. Bring your left foot up behind your right leg like a kickstand, doing broken wing here. I don't love that name because it's a beautiful chest stretch, but here we are. I don't make the rules, and I don't often play by them. Anyway, left arm up. Maybe you reach it back behind you. Maybe it stays on the mat in front of you. 5 beautiful breaths here. Breathe into that front right shoulder. Beautiful. Come to center. Bring the right hand in. Take a moment. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll switch it out. Left hand comes out just like the letter T out from the shoulder. Roll onto the left side. Right leg becomes a kickstand. Right arm can stay on the mat, or you can reach it up or back behind you. Easy face. Beautiful. Come to center. Bring the arms to a 90-degree angle. Find our cobra. Zip the legs up. Press into the top of the feet. Shine the chest forward and almost pull the arms back. You won't actually move, but there'll be this energy of pulling your arms back, and that will allow you to shine your chest forward more. Neutral neck, so gaze near your fingertips. Shoulders away from the ears. Stay here or press into the hands, straighten the arms for seal pose. And release. Take a breath in. Side out. Plant the hands. Send the hips back. Downward facing dog. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Enjoy this extra space in your downward dog. Maybe it allows you to push into your hands more and press your chest more towards your knees. Then walk your hands back towards your hands very slowly. Plant the left hand, bend the left leg, inhale the right arm up. Switch it out. Switch it out. So your exhale brings your hand down, your inhale reaches your arm up. Exhale down. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Inhale, reach. With your breath, maybe you close your eyes. Make this just for you. And both hands on the mat now. Give yourself a little hug in your forward fold. And come down onto your knees. Place your right hand by your right foot and lift your hips off the ground. Maybe your left hand comes into the air. We're just opening through the front of the body. So don't make this too intense. And sit back down onto your heels, left hand by left foot. Inhale, hips rise. Reach the right arm up, up, up into the sky. Maybe it goes back a little bit, but it's not really the point. This isn't supposed to look like camel necessarily. Just opening through the front chain of the body. Release that one more time each side. Right hand down, lift the hips. Hips lower, left hand down, lift the hips. Everything lowers. Place both hands behind you. Fingers can be any way as comfortable. And we'll inhale, lift the hips up. Feel that beautiful opening through the shoulders, through the hips. Maybe you release the head back. And lower. Stay here on your knees or find an easy seat. Scan from the top of your head down past your eyes, nose, mouth, jaw, relaxing your face, down your throat, down your shoulders, your biceps, forearms, hands, relaxing your arms, sliding the shoulder blades down the back away from the ears. Relaxing the chest, the heart center, the abdomen. Taking our final breath together as a class, big inhale. And exhale. One more time. Build all the way up. Gentle hold at the top, nice and gentle. And exhale it out. Namaste, sweet friends. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me in this short and sweet upper body class. I hope that you feel better and more energized and maybe even a little bit warm. And if you want to awaken and feel the freedom in your lower body, make sure to do the class in the description below. And I will see you on the mat soon, friends.